All the top drivers crash. They're ready. This is the best in the business right here. The lights out. We're green. Round 16 of the PRL season. Didn't look like a good start for Forza Alonso, but he's got the inside lane. Maybe he's going to comfortably take the lead down into one. We're watching back at the top of the screen. Looks like everybody's through. We got one car that's spun by himself. No contact. We got contact there between what is... That would have been Clogmonger and one of the Ferraris. I'm guessing that's Zeusman. Here we got a race for the lead. Forza Alonso maybe making contact, maybe losing 3 spots from the pole, maybe. A little bit of contact with Forza Alonso, and he pays the price, but Forza Alonso didn't get what he wanted either. Here's the Red Bull, McSendit taking that spot back. You can see who's leading this race. It's El Majacco. El Majacco in the lead. Forza Alonso made contact with Mebby. Did not cost him any positions, but it didn't get him the position he was looking for. Majacco from 3rd to the lead. Mebby from the lead to 4th. Forza Alonso's right there. You can see him powering down, putting the pressure on Majacco with a little bit of a slide coming out of that corner. Alonso unable to do anything, but you got a long straight here. You are flat out to turn 1. Big time toe down this straightaway. You will eventually have DRS. Going to see the majority of your passing. There goes Mebby around McSendit comfortably. Forza Alonso making a move for the lead. He's got it comfortably. Look at that draft. You've got such a long straightaway that Forza Alonso was able... Is that really my car right in the middle of the track? Unghosted? That is my car. I am the car that was parked in turn 1. We got a race for the lead. Side by side, they touched. Alonso bounced off the wall. Mebby's looking for a way through. Now McSendit's trying. Mebby's protecting that inside lane from McSendit because of the traffic. Mebby now really, really close to being side by side with Alonso. He's given McSendit the preferred line, but he's hanging tough on the outside. Now McSendit's going to come under fire from Mighty Murph in 5th. He's going to be able to hold him off. Wow, we got a hell of a race up front. I wonder if my car is ghosted in turn 1 or not. That is like totally ridiculous. It's like an endurance race, one of those enduros where they leave the cars on the track and you have to navigate them throughout the race. Forza Alonso right there. What I was trying to say before they started racing again, the front straightaway is so long, you are flat for such a long period of time, you could make the move and then come back and the other guy's going to get enough of a toe to pass you back. You get to see 2 passes on one straightaway because it's so long. I really want to go back and see how Mitchman and Aaron are coming along. But this is a race right here. You see Bubba retired from the session. Here comes Mebby. Unable to do anything yet, but he's got that gigantic toe. Forza Alonso's got the toe too. He's going to pull out. Mebby still tucked inside. I think Mebby is going to make the move on Majacco. This draft is unreal. This draft is unreal. A little bit of a slide there from Forza Alonso. Can Majacco get back to the inside? No. Here's the chance for Forza Alonso. He has got to make the gap through this section, because if those guys are close enough, DRS is now enabled. Jaden, be so cool, man. You want to check out this link right here. PrecisionRacingLeague.com. Go to that link. Get in the forums. That's where all the races are hosted. You go to American Formula 1 2016 Championship, which is Season 8. Bubba took Aaron out. Ruined his race with a dive bomb. Good friends there, Aaron Webb and Bubba. But both of them out of this race due to contact. Mebby is trying to get around Majacco. Majacco is losing Forza Alonso, which means he's losing the toe, he's losing the DRS zone, and that is killer. Exactly what Forza Alonso wanted to do, to build that gap so you can stop the front stretch craziness. Remember, Mebby is on softs, so as these guys' tires go off, his tires will continue. No safety car as of yet, so that is playing into Mebby's hands. I guess maybe Aaron is still out there. I saw the Haas going the opposite way. He must have been talking to us in the pits. Forza Alonso very comfortably here. I should be watching the battle for second, and I wasn't. Mebby taking away P2. You see a good race back here. There's McSendit. Dubsy is behind Mighty Murph. Dubsy still in 6th in this race. He's got behind him Mitchman, who is really coming through this field. Mitchman up to 7th. Cooper Sonic there in 8th. Zeusman in 9th. Clogmonger in 10th. Pork Chops. J-Rod in 12th. K-Dog in 13th. Ditchwitch 14th. Sturm is in 15th. HSVDT in 16th, having a rough race. He had a good starting spot. Brian Mosser in 17th. Aaron Webb still plugging away, but not at speed. Something wrong with that Haas. Unfortunate for him because that team championship is going well. Look at Mebby tracking down the leader. Look at him go on the softs. Those super softs might be going away, and Mebby is running down the race leader. Aaron needs a safety car. He's got a puncture. That explains why he's so slow there. We were concerned about Mebby being on the softs. We thought maybe, since an early race safety car is likely, that could play into the hands of Forza Alonso. Right now, Mebby's the one in the driver's seat. DRS enabled. He's got the big toe. He's got the DRS. He's going to suck right up to the rear wing of that Haas. Fastest lap, 1 minute 43. Here comes another Haas out of the pits. Sure, Aaron's going to try to get out of everyone's way. Don't want any team issues here. Mebby is catching his teammate for the race lead. Mebby sliding that car. He loves to get that rear end out. Aaron gets offline, out of the way of the race leaders. Got Majacco behind him there. We're watching Mebby trying to track down Forza Alonso right now. The gap is stabilized. We know that third sector is very kind to the driver behind. But right now, Forza Alonso is doing what he needs to do. Mebby on the harder compound tire. Trying to get what he can get here. He is over a second back. He's got to pull that back so he gets DRS. Detection zone was right there. We'll see if he has it. Wow, this is a really hard camera to tell. Doesn't look like he has it. He was out of DRS detection zone there. See him locking up, trying to work his way back forward. He had enough of the toe that it didn't really matter. Mighty Murph has moved his way into 4th. Mitchman into 5th. There's Dubsy there. Has he changed tire compounds? I think Dubsy was on the red, so he has not been into the pits yet. How the hell has Mitchman moved from 16th to 5th?
I'm not going to get any better, you know. Well, it can't get any worse.
Jaden, thanks for the host, my friend. Mitchman has driven the race of his life here. He has come all the way from 16th to 5th. DNF'd in qualifying, and now he's working on the 4th place driver. He's right there, too. That's Mighty Murphy ahead of him in the Toro Rosso. Maybe a hurt wing on Dubsy. No doubt that's a possibility. Going to see a lot of tore up wings in this race. Plenty of contact with the wall and other drivers. Let's get back out front. Mebby still unable to get within a second. He doesn't have that DRS yet. He does there. He was within a second there. But Forza Alonso is stretching it there. Here comes Mitchman for 4th. We've seen it. Move the Williams to 4th. Mitchman is on a rail. Driving his way forward. Only 7.5 seconds back from your race leaders. You can see Majacko right up there. Mitchman absolutely flying. Look at him go. Majacko has been unable to navigate himself around the Haas of Aaron Webb. Shows how quick Aaron Webb could have been had he not had an issue in qualifying and then contact in the race. Aaron's going to get out of the way there. Allow Majacko to go. Mebby is starting to close in to the rear of the Haas. This is where a move could be made. You get a good run off of this corner coming up. And there you have it. You see him sliding. Gosh, he loves it. He loves to hang it out. And he's going to have a shot here. Mebby has the toe. He's going to have DRS too. Here he comes. I think the Haas is going to pit. The Haas is pitting this time. Maybe not. Maybe to the lead. Lighten up those brakes. And the tires hanging it out. Maybe to the lead. He's on the softs. Forza Alonso. 8 laps in on the reds. I really believe he's going to pit very soon. K-Dog has retired from the session. Not sure what that's about. Wonder if that's a safety car thing. We'll see. Nothing yet. Mebby needs to pull a gap now. He needs to pull the gap. Run some good laps. He's going to have the softer set of tires for the end of this race. We know the Super Softs will last about 10 to 12 laps. 26 lap race, so he really wants to get to around 16, 17, 18 before he hops into the pits. He might go as long as 19 just to get the best out of those Super Softs so he can push them and hurt them if he needs to. Mebby, of course, second place in this championship, winner 5 times this season. Forza Alonso has 4 wins on the season, is 3rd place in the championship. The top 4 covered by 20 points. Here he comes, Forza Alonso in this time. Lap 8. Getting ready to begin lap 9. The Haas is in. No doubt about it, he's going to put the softs on. And we're going to see where he comes out. All the way down to the final pit stall. And he's away. He's on the mediums. This is a surprise to me. Because the softs would be able to get him to the finish. He believes the mediums are a better tire. K-Dog said pork chops got him. That's unfortunate. So Forza Alonso feels like the mediums are a better tire than the softs. More consistent, I'm guessing. So Forza decides that he's going to take mediums, and he is good to go to the finish. I wonder... We just have to see. Softs might not hold up for him at that pace he has. It's a possibility. You know, he might be looking for longevity from those mediums. If there's a safety car, we know these guys like to dart into the pits. A lot of things are possible right now. Majacko is back to third because Mitchman has moved his way to second. Mitchman's catching the leader. Okay? He started 16th. Mitchman just run the fastest lap of the race, and he's catching the leader. This is amazing. This is a fantastic run. Hey, dude. I can't believe this. Starting that far back to only be 5.5 seconds back from the race leader and catching him, turning the quickest laps of the race. Unbelievable. Most of these guys have already been on the super softs. He's on mediums, or sorry, softs, which is the medium compound tire here. And he's running quicker laps than the guys on the super softs. What's going to happen when he gets on the super softs? We got to keep an eye on Mitchman. He is still catching the race leader from 16th. Mitchman, of course, found the PRL Formula One League from this channel. Came in to watch, saw the exciting action, and said, I have got to be a part of that. Mitchman, prolific NASCAR Heat Evolution League racer. We first met him through the Melee at Michigan community event that we put on for NASCAR Heat. Very, very quick driver. Got to drive with him at Indianapolis. A couple weeks back, Mitchman was the fastest car on the track. Ran out of fuel midway through the race, which gave CJ the lead and put myself in second. And he never recovered from that incident, allowing myself to take the victory. K-Dog said he was doing so well avoiding all the incidents, and Pork just throws it in there. Throws me into the wall on the right-hander. Been a few crash outs without virtual safe car or regular safety car. I've seen that, and that's what's strange to me. I fully expected safety car to come here. Very, very strange. It's going good, though. This is a very comfortable race that we've got so far. Of course, Mitchman comes from the group of leagues. We talked about NASCAR Heat Evolution. He comes from the group of leagues under the Elite Racing banner. Now running PRL Formula One and NASCAR Heat Evolution leagues. Under 5 seconds back now. He's catching the leader. Zeusman in third. Forza Alonso now back to fourth, 18 seconds back. 27 seconds back is Majacko. He is pitted, and he's gone on mediums as well. Apparently these guys don't put much stock by the softs. Mighty Murph on mediums. J-Rod in 7th. Cooper Sonic 8th, right behind J-Rod. HSVDT's right there as well. Brian Mosser running in 10th, the final points paying position. Ditchwitch is 11th with Dubsy behind him. Dubsy's trying to navigate traffic on a set of mediums. He must have just pitted. This is rough for Dubsy, though, because he had a rough starting position. Now Dubsy's got to work his way through traffic when he pits. The points leader has got to dig his way out. He's in the hole right now. Now, we know Dubsy is prolific at digging himself out of a hole. But this is not a good start. What happened there? We saw that giant lockup, but why he's gone? No! He DC'd. Ladies and gentlemen, the points leader. He's led it the whole season. We're on round 16. 15 rounds. Dubsy has led the points in the Precision Racing League Season 8. And he's gone. There will be a new points leader after this race. Rear-ended him with wing damage and then disconnected. Extremely unfortunate for our points leader. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. His bad luck continues. Start of the season, he could do no wrong. Nothing but bad luck now. So you're looking at the new race leader, Mitch Mann, in first. Forza Alonso in second, 13 seconds back. Here is Mebby, 14 seconds back. He is pitted. Mebby's on mediums now. See if he's in DRS range. He is. DRS is enabled. But he's got to pass Forza Alonso again. Mitch Mann is 13 seconds ahead of Forza Alonso, so he's going to lose the lead when he decides to come in. Oop, I went the wrong way. El Majacco, 23 seconds back. So right now, Mitch Mann is running right around his podium finish. But he's on softs. So Mitch Mann will likely try to stretch those. We know the softs can run far enough to where you can put super softs on and run some quick laps at the end of the race. I think that's Mitch Mann's plan. But that might mean some slower laps here for Mitch Mann towards the end of this run. But we know he was running quicker laps than anybody as it was. Lost about a half second to second place there. But this is good for Mitch Mann. As these two battle with each other, all of a sudden, it's possible for him to build his gap. Dubsy, we saw, dude. Disconnection. Did Mebby really smack that wall as hard as we seen right there? Was it latency or did Mebby really hit the wall that hard? Because that was a good hit. 11 seconds back as Forza Alonso. Those tires are really, really hurting Mitch Mann right now. Dubsy, come on, man. You got to keep it. I know it's extremely unfortunate. You've led this point standings all year. Now you're going to lose the points lead, but damn, dude. You're still there. You're still there. It really sucks, though. Are you back at home this week? I know last week you were racing on the Gold Coast. We're watching Mebby trying to catch back up to Forza Alonso. He had that little smack of the wall there that cost him some time. We'll see here. Alonso is catching the race leader. But whose tire strategy is going to play in here? So that's where the trouble comes in. Dubsy says he plays competitive Counter-Strike, which I've seen a lot of that on his Twitter. And he's shown up the last 5 or 6 races with no practice. And when you're running in a league like this, it's hard to be competitive with no practice. Because this is This is the best Formula One league in the world. Period. I don't care. It is. DRS enabled. Forza Alonso staring down Mebby in his rearview mirrors. Mitchman is pitted. Mitchman in the pits and out onto the course. Tire compound of choice mediums. He could have gone super softs. He didn't want to. I mean, he's on the podium. But I'm kind of surprised that he didn't go for a softer tire. I mean, he had to run a different one. It had to be super softs or this one. Maybe he had so much tire wear on the first because, you know, asking the super softs to go 11 laps that's a good ask. You could hurt him. He's comfortable with the harder compound tire. We're going to have to see how far back he is. Yeah, that would suck to see you go, Dubsy. We understand, man. You know, and if your focus is competitive Counter-Strike, you've got to be there. 9.5 seconds back is Mitchman. Hootius has stepped away from Formula One. He is now, you know, running the Project Cars League. He's going to be stepping into the main role with NASCAR Heat Evolution. Actually, well, NASCAR Heat too. You know, there's always a hell of a lot going on, man. Hell of a lot going on. Mitchman losing a little bit of time there. See where Mebby's at. Still farther than a second back here. He's got the tow. Lap traffic coming into play. But that is Alonso's teammate, Aaron Webb. We'll have to see who is quicker through this middle sector. Amateur Friday night IndyCar driver. I cannot wait, dude. I cannot wait. I hope I get the chance to do it. I hope I get the chance to do that league. I am super, super excited about IndyCars on Friday nights. I know I'll be done with the racing season with my announcing on Friday nights, so Friday nights will be open, but I really hate to run on Friday nights because those are nights that I can, you know, take my wife out and other stuff. But I'm super, super excited about Indy Cars on Project Cars. Super excited about Project Cars in general. Well, we hope to see you around, Dubsy. Obviously, it's tough when you can't put 100% into it. You know you are fast enough to win these races. You know, this is the most competitive Formula One league there is. And to not be able to give 100%, not be able to show your talent is a frustrating thing to deal with internally. So we understand. Here we go. We got a race for the lead. Mebby's got the draft. DRS enabled. Here he comes. Wow. Did you guys catch that? Did you guys catch that? Because the lap car of Aaron Webb was within a second, was inside a second in front of Forza Alonso. Exactly. Forza Alonso had DRS to navigate around Aaron. So as they get the DRS, Aaron pulls out of the way. Aaron basically saved his teammate from losing a position on that lap. That's your gift, Forza. You got one more lap, but he's got to make the gap here because Mebby's just going to get that DRS again. He has to gap him here. His teammate giving him a gift, giving him an extra lap because of that DRS. It's not, he's doing pretty good with it. He's got the gap back up to 0.7 of a second. Mebby's got to get Sector 2 down, man. If he could get Sector 2 down, he could control this race. So we're going to watch it right here. Wide open all the way to turn 1. He's got the toe. He's within a second. He's going to have DRS momentarily. Here we go. What's he going to have? DRS enabled. Forza Alonso looks to be a little too far ahead this lap, but he's going to be able to close up on the rear wing of him. He's right there. Man, Forza Alonso's still quick. Even with the toe and DRS, maybe he's not able to do everything he wants to do. Mitch Mann, 9 seconds back here. Very, very comfortably in third. Zusman in fourth. Majako on those mediums right there with Zusman trying to get back to fourth. He wants a good finish as well because he can leapfrog his teammate in the points. Mighty Murph 6th. Cooper Sonic 7th. Brian Musser 8th. Good run for Brian. Sturm in 9th. J-Rod 10th in the final points paying position. He's doing battle with HSVDT. Those boys fighting over that singular point there. We can watch them for a second. I think he's going to go into DRS zone. Has an opportunity to make a move. HSVDT looking to get him here at the line. It's late. He's going to have to dive bomb. Locked him up. Made the pass stick. Move HSVDT to 10th. Very good move. Got a penalty trying to stand to give Forza DRS. Aaron Webb got a penalty because of failure to do the blue flag. So there's J-Rod back to 11th. Ditchwitch 12th. Dubsy in 13th with his ghosted car. Aaron Webb in 14th now after the penalty. Pork Chops in 15th. And back to the race leader, Forza Alonso, who is looking through his rear view at Mebby, who has DRS in the toe and is unable to catch him. Right now, Forza Alonso doing everything he needs to do to take this race win. And that should give him enough to take the points lead after this race. Yeah, Aaron, that maybe had him on that straight. And we see that Forza has been able to pull away. So you might have saved him the race. Very good possibility, because Mebby had him. This race is winding down. 7 laps to go. You're watching the lead battle develop. Both of these guys on the medium compound tire. Good to go to the finish. That's a cool shot there at Castle. This is so cool. Mebby's hanging it out, but he can't stick with him through Sector 2. Mebby was quickest in qualifying through Sector 2, and he can't hold it. And he needs to, because he's got to stay close in Sector 2 so that he can be close enough in that DRS zone. Forza has about 10% more wear. So right now, Mebby's done a better job at saving his tires, but will it pay off? Being on the mediums, we shouldn't have any danger of punctures. But the more wear, the slower the tire. He's got DRS. He's going to try to close up here. Or does he have DRS? He didn't. He's within a second, but he just wasn't within a second on that detection zone. Mebby knows he's got to keep close through this section, but he's overdriving it. You see the rear end hanging out. He's got DRS there, but that rear end keeps hanging out and he's losing him. DRS through that section is very important to keep him close. But if he loses him through this sector, Sector 2, it kills him. But he's got time. You got to be patient as well. If it's, what Aaron is telling us, that Forza Alonso's tires are wearing quicker than Mebby's, Mebby needs to be patient to allow this race to come to him. He's got to be pushing to stay close and trying to get him if he can every lap. But allow Forza Alonso to wear those tires and make sure you don't hurt yours, and then you make one big push all at once. It's a complicated thing to be patient in the battle for the lead. But sometimes that's the difference between winning and losing. We know Mebby smacked the wall earlier. It's possible he's got a little bit of damage on that car. You see, just that through that final portion of Sector 2, he loses that time. He's out of DRS zone right now. It's just killing him. It's killing him. 5 to go. Round 16 is winding down here in Azerbaijan. This is the race here. So he's got DRS zone here, but he didn't have it on the front stretch. Mebby doing the best he can. Forza Alonso going for win number 5. Mebby already has win number 5. He's going. Both of these drivers going for the points lead. They're both going to leapfrog Dubsy tonight. But who is going to be 1 and who is going to be 2? It remains to be seen. Mitchman, the story of the race, 9 seconds back, came from 16th place on the grid. We do not want to forget about Mitchman and his monumental feat here. He's done great. Podium spot right now. But the race is right here. See, Mebby comes out of that corner, hanging it out, loses time to Forza Alonso down through this section. He's going to lose time here, and it costs him when it comes time to get down the front stretch with the DRS zone. It's those two corners coming out of Castle and going into this final sector. That's what's killing him right now. He is losing time. Forza Alonso is stretching the race lead. We know Alonso was very disappointed in qualifying because he's been running very, very fast laps and was unable to duplicate his practice runs in qualifying. He wants it back. He wants that win number 5. He wants this championship. He believes he has everything he needs to make it work. This time, maybe unable to get DRS through that stretch. Man alive. I got a feeling this is going to come down to it. I mean, I realize Forza's gapping him. Maybe he's unable to close up. I got a feeling. This is the PRL. It always comes down to the end. Every single time. That's why we love it. That's why we love it. We always get a fantastic race. Mebby's pushing hard. You see, he's using every bit of track that he can. This corner hurts him. Hanging it out again. It hurts him right there. That corner, and then this one coming up right here. Mebby's trying, but he's losing ground. It's going to take a mistake from Forza Alonso at this point. Touch the wall 3 turns back. He's been touching it quite a bit through Castle. And he's touched it through that corner as well. He's given it all he's got. I just don't think it's enough. Without a mistake from Forza Alonso, I think this race has been decided. Are assists mandated in league racing, so everybody's racing the same assist? Assume these guys race with all assists off. The assists are not mandated. You can run assists in the league, but the quicker guys run without assists. The quicker guys run without assists. Mebby is a no assist driver, for sure. Right. Because, I mean, the assists slow you down. Absolutely. In practice, I was running medium traction control, and I don't know nothing about this game, but it felt like it was hurting me. Well, we rode him off, but he just gained 3/10 and he's starting to catch up to that hoss. Maybe he heard us. Maybe he heard that we were counting him out. Lap traffic, will it play a part? Who is it they're coming up on is the question. We've seen the Haas car of Aaron Webb help his teammate as a lap car. Is maybe in DRS zone? Who is that? Whoever it is, they are out of the way. It is Aaron Webb. Out of the way. Mebby's in DRS zone. But he didn't have it. He didn't have that wing open. So he was just beyond a second out. But I think he's within a second now. So he should have DRS here. He's still hanging that rear end out, man. He's scrubbing speed. He's trying hard. Now you can see the Haas start to slide. Both of these cars are sliding. Those tires are worn, baby. Yeah, you know, you have a greater control and have more. There's a comfortability factor with the wheel. Mebby's catching him. Guys! Mebby's catching him! Forza Alonso's tires are going away. Mebby in the Force India is catching the race leader. You can see the lap cars getting out of the way. They know this titanic battle for the win is coming down to the end. We're going to take 2 to go this time, and Mebby's within range. He's going to have DRS. He's going to have to use it to close in. I told you it's going to come down to the end. 2 to go this time. Here he comes. DRS and a toe. Mebby sucking up to that Haas. Didn't quite work out for Forza that time. He's going to have DRS again. You see, maybe he's hanging it out. He's using all the track, nearly hitting the inside of the wall, the barrier there. He's got DRS. What is he, 4/10 back right now? Look at him sliding everywhere. Mebby is known for that slide. Somehow he makes it work, you know. Sliding is supposed to cost you time, but Mebby, he's just drifting around every corner. We can see Forza Alonso's tires are gone. They're just gone. Mebby is sliding, but Alonso is just gone. 4/10 separating these guys. Mebby's got to hold him through Castle. If he can hold him through Castle, Mebby's going to have a shot down the front stretch. What are we looking at here? He held him through Castle. This is the most important corner coming up. No mistakes. He can't afford a mistake right here. Lock up a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. Mebby hung it out there. 3/10 back. Coming up. He's going to have DRS. Oh, this is going to be tight into turn 1. It's got to happen here. It has to happen here. But it's not gonna. He's not close enough. Mebby is right on the rear wing of Forza Alonso, but he's not close enough. Oh my goodness, is he going to do it right here? He's got DRS. He's got to be patient. And he is. He's got DRS right here. But he lost the rear. He lost the rear and it cost him. He's got DRS. He's got to suck up to the rear of this Haas. Final lap, round 16 in Baku. The PRL, true to its reputation, giving us the best league racing in the world right here. Mebby is just, he's using too much. That rear end is hanging out too much. It's killing him. Forza Alonso's tires are gone. Maybe is pushing as hard as he can to get this race win. Who is going to come out with it? 4/10 separating, and maybe even less than that. They're so close. You see him holding that rear end there. One lap car up ahead. Hopefully it's not going to play a part. Forza Alonso wants to use that lap car for DRS. Hopefully the lap car will pull out of the way. And he does. Here we go. This is it. The race to the line. It's going to be so close. Mebi's right there. He's got the toe. He's going to have DRS. Look at him trying to break the toe. He hit the wall. He was trying to break the toe and he hit the wall. Mebi passes it for the win. Mebi is going to take the win in Baku. Round 16 to the Force India driver. 6th win of the season, Mebi. If that doesn't get your blood pumping, you're a zombie, man. I'm just telling you. Looked like Mitch Mann come home third. Driver of the race, Mitch Mann. 16th to 3rd. But, just like we say every week, the PRL continues to deliver on its reputation as the best Formula One league in the world. A last second pass on the last lap for the win. Forza Alonso knew Mebi was too close. So he tried to break the draft on one of those final dog legs. We talked about his tires being worn. And he lost it and he hit the wall. And that gave the win to Mebi. Mebi with win 6 on the season. Your new points leader. For the first time this season, Mebi. Sonia, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Forza Alonso 2nd. Mitch Mann 3rd. El Majacco 4th. Mighty Murph 5th. Zeusman 6th, Cooper Sonic 7th, Sturm, the rookie, 8th place finish. Great job in the points. HSVDT 9th, and Brian Mosser rounding out your top 10 final points paying position. Pork Chop's asking, is K-Dog still here? He is. He is. Oh my gosh.